Hi guys, this is MP. So last video we have learned how we can compare the combo boxes, and in this video we gonna compare the data which we gonna get by selecting the cities, different cities and date and class of this flight, economy, business, first, and number of ticket. Then find the flight, and then in this data grid view these prices. So there are a lot of things which we can do. Okay, so this is only a data for this particular combination, Denver, Frankfurt, and this date, economy, ticket 1. But there are thousands and thousands of combination can be possible, like different cities to different city, and then different date, maybe 1 year ahead, and these all dates and classes, so 3 different classes. So suppose that if we have 1000 cases till this point, then this become like 30,000 or become 3000 at least. And then how about this one? This one is like up to 99. So you can imagine how many cases we can verify. So if you have to verify manually, it's hardly possible, but with the automation you can easily do that with a small piece of code we can do now. So this is our 4th part of the practical or practice series. So let's get started. So in this one you already have seen this piece of code we wrote for the comparing of the 2 combo boxes. So most probably I will use this code. So maybe for each loop we don't need it, so we can use for each loop as well, but here I feel like we should use a for loop. For double tab, and this whole syntax will come automatically. So we're gonna run this from 0 to up to the count 1. So we gonna get the city array value, like this city array dot I we gonna just get the value like this. Okay, let's not to do right now. So what we have to do, firstly we have to select the city. Firstly select Denver. Okay, so Denver is on index 1. Here we already have this combo box path dot okay, we can send the keyword method keyboard dot send keys, and we can send the keys. We can send the keys, and the key will be our city array, and what index we will choose, it is I. Okay, all right. And for the second one so let's see what will happen if we choose Denver and Denver. Okay, it will give error. You can also check this as well, but anyway, let's not select the same city for now. here you can choose this one, combo box, and then same keyboard dot send keys, and here you have to put city array, and here we can say I +1. okay, so it will always select the next one, but at some point you will see this will this will give us a out of range index array, because when the count will be reached at certain point, then it will try to add it and get the value which is not existing, so then it will give us error. But anyways, we are not going to do that right now, so let's not let's concentrate like on the logic here yet. Okay, so now we're gonna select the value where it goes, flight, and we have to add these objects into the object repository, and similarly this one, ticket, and then click on flight, and after clicking on the flight we will add this data table. So let me add it real quick so that our video will be not much length here. Let me add it real quickly. Okay guys, I added, so let's go to the UI map and I'll show you what I added. So go to UI, then main login window, which we don't need it, this one we don't need it. So this UI item tab list, so in this one there is a city combo boxes which we already used, then the date picker, then there is a class like economy class, business class, and then there is a button. It is a ticket button, I guess. Ticket button, no, it is not a ticket button actually. I think I forgot to add ticket button, or maybe this is a kind of ticket button. So yeah, if you give a appropriate name, then it will be very easy to identify. Right now I am not using those appropriate name, but we can use it, it's not a big deal. And in this data grid table we have a row and then the cell. Okay, so likewise we use this password username OK button. Then let's try to make it a better. Let me do that. Okay guys, so I think I added that, so let's check. Open up the UI map and you will see under the UI item tab, I didn't change this because we already been using it, so I don't want to mess with it. So here I gave the calendar class find. If you see, want to relate it. Oh, what happened? John HN HP. So if you want to relate it, then this calendar, this class, and tickets, and find flight button, and similarly the data table, data row, and data cell. So I gave underscore in front of that so that we can easily identify them. Okay, so if you still see like these, are they really identified like what you guys added? So suppose that if you give a wrong name by accidentally, then how you can figure it out? Then what you can do, you can locate the UI control. Okay, so if you see this, let me make it little, locate the UI control. Okay, so it will tell you which control it is. All right, so it is very easy. Anyways, and another thing is So what we can do here, so instead of using this whole hierarchy, so we all the operation which we are doing under the UI book flight tab page, right? So let me cut this, and before going into the loop, because I don't want to loop through it, it is a one-time thing. So we can declare a variable called our book flight window, okay, equals to this one, and that's it. So for the better performance, you can give underscore in front of that so that it is easy to find. Okay, so now you can use directly your variable instead of this lengthy path or hierarchy. Okay, so now what we have to do, where it goes, we have to select the date, right? So keyboard dot send keys, we can say underscore, then immediately this will become appear. Okay, dot. Now if you say underscore, see all of your controls with underscore comes easily, so it is easy to distinguish between with the other controls. Okay, so right now we're gonna use calendar, and then we're gonna say what should be the value. So it is taking string argument as well, so let's give it a string argument. So it is choosing the 8/5/2018, so we can set up a 8 is the month and then 5 is a date, so let's use 12, and then 2018. Okay, so this is done. And then another thing is you can also choose the economy class. So same way, let's copy this, and here we're gonna change it to the class. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I little messed up. Okay, so when calendar, so instead of calendar we have to use class, and what class it is, we will say, or here we can choose it because there it is a drop down, so we can't say we will send the keys. Okay, so we have to choose it, book flight win underscore class. Okay guys, so before going forward, let's see if this one is working or not. Okay, so let's disable this code for now and disable, okay, let's delete this one. So let's check the calendar control. So this, let enable this variable, so let's see if this one is working or not. Send key. Oh, what happened? Oh, I opened it and okay, my bad guys. Let's run it again. Oh, maybe accidentally I didn't comment this for loop ending bracket, so that's why the error was coming up. So run it and see if it's working. So it should set up the date. Okay, so it is trying to do something. Okay, so it is giving error like send keys value on control additional WPF date picker blah blah blah. Okay, so I think we have to do in another way. So let's firstly correct this one. So send key method is not working, but there is another way of doing it. So calendar control dot, there are a lot of properties of calendar control, so we have to figure out what property this text or date, what property of the date picker it is. Okay, so let's go to our UI test builder again and then drag it to here and see the properties. So if you see here, there are a lot of properties are given. So this is property is a text selection text. So we can use it as selection text as well, or text, whatever you like. So let's minimize this, close this, and use this dot text. Text is not available. Selected text is also not available. I think we goes into the edit. So there are two things, one is a calendar control and one is a edit box. So we edit we added a calendar control, not the edit box. So if we would have added a calendar control, the edit control, then it would work. It would have worked, but right now it is not working. So we have to see it again. So these are things are the trial and error. So just see the calendar control. If you see this one, so this one is a calendar control, this one is a date picker, and date picker has a date as a string, not text or selected text. So if you drag it towards this side, then it will say edit box. So this is where we did mistake. Anyways, so always learn from mistakes. So let's move forward, and we can use here as a date as a string, and we can say equals to, and we can give a string like what was it? So let's say 15th August, because we have to use the same format so that it will accept. Okay, so now let's see if it will work. Alright, so now as you can see, the date changed from 10th to 15, so it is working. So similarly made the code for this one, and click on flight button. So I hope let me make the next video part 2, because this video is already so much lengthy, and so stay tuned. I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.